We were doing Shrima's divine play. Hope you're enjoying the series. Always stay tuned to Devakshar. Do like our videos and subscribe if you have already not done so. So, we all know Mother is the mother of the universe, our mother. So, how was she everyone's mother? That is what we are going to see today. Mother once said, the same entity that is in the parents of all, the same has taken shape as father and mother, is what I am. The mother that she was, the divinity manifested in all beings. She is the mother and she is manifested in all the mothers around us. This being, satisfied in the forms of the finite mothers and craving for love in the hearts of the finite beings, this infinite and all embracing motherhood of hers spoke so sweetly through every word, every movement, and every act that a mere touch of it melted the hardest heart. So she would love not only human beings, but cats, dogs, everything. For her, all were her own children, whosoever it was. Radhu had a pet cat, for which the mother provided half a pound of milk every day. She lay quietly and fearlessly at the mother's feet, and even if for silent others' complaints, mother feigned to drive it away with a stick, the cat took shelter between her feet. So the mother had to throw away the stick and smile, and the others too had to follow suit. Mother who said, to steal is their nature, my boy. Who will feed them fondly? But Brahmachari Jnana declared a war against that cat. One day, when he flung her away, the mother looked pale with pain. Beating the cat also was a common occurrence. In spite of this dislike, the family of this cat throve through the care bestowed on it by Radhu and the mother. And then came the time for mother's departure to Calcutta. The mother called the brahmachari to her and said, Gyan, you should cook rice for the cats so that they may not have to go to other houses, for then people will abuse us, my boy. This was a common argument by which the mother knew the lot of the cats might not improve overnight. And hence, she added, look here, Gan, don't beat the cats, for even in them am I. That was enough. The brahmachari could no longer lift his hand against the cats. And he went so far as to arrange regular supply of fish for them, although he himself was a strict vegetarian. In one sense, she was the mother of all the devotees, and in another, she herself was all. Her infinite motherhood left none outside its all comprehensive grasp. Brahmachari Rashbihari asked her one day, are you the mother of all? Yes, replied the mother, even of these lower creatures. Pressed the inquirer. Yes, even of these lower creatures, was her reply. But the mother in her was not satisfied even with so many children. She was often heard calling in low tone, come to me here, my children. When Swami Vishveshwarananda reached Jairam Bati, The mother said eagerly, "So you have come? How fine! I have been calling you for the last few days. When calling Rajan, I have been uttering your name." The mother was careful never to show her emotion, and that is why this anxiety could often find but a very partial expression. Yet, the little that came out revealed a world of hidden feelings. Further, we would know that in fact, in her words and manners, there was such a genuineness and cordiality that a newcomer felt at once drawn to him. So, when a woman devotee came to the mother at the Udbodhan, this was in February 1911, the mother said, "How are you? How is my daughter in law? You didn't come all these days, and I was wondering if you had fallen ill." The devotee wondered how a single meeting for a few minutes could ripen into such intimacy. The matter did not, however, end there. With the greatest affection, the mother made her sit near her on the cot and said, "It seems, my daughter, as though I have seen you many a times, as though it's an acquaintance of long standing." As the time for the devotees returning home approached, the mother brought her some prasad and holding it to her lips said, "Eat." The devotee felt rather shy, but the mother said encouragingly, "Why be so shy? Take it." So the devotee took the food in her hands. When at last she said goodbye, the mother inquired, "Will you be able to go down? Shall I accompany you?" The devotee came to the mother again in the next year's summer. As we see, these devotees kept on coming. When these devotees kept on coming, they were really all the time with the mother and how the mother treated her. The same devotee came in October 1912 and, after partaking of prasad at noon, began fanning the mother, who, however, said, "Fetch a pillow from there and lie down by me. I don't require any more breeze." Thinking it to be sacrilegious to use the mother's pillow, no sooner had the devotee fetched one from Radhu's room than the mother laughed and said, "That's the mad one's," that means Radhu's mother's pillow. "Bring the other one. There's no harm in this." And to Radhu she said, "Radhu, you too come and lie down by your sister." So we see again and again how affectionate mother was. This affection of the mother was not confined to devotees alone. It transcended the limits of all social and family barriers and submerged everybody in its resistless tidal rush. She all the time loved them so much, all the time helped them so much that nobody could say no. Everybody's emotions were all the time overflowing. The devotees have evidences of her motherly heart in every little detail of life, so much so that they found no difference between her and their own mothers. At the very first contact, she became acquainted with each one's taste and attended to him on her accordingly. So we see each person was loved by her, and each person felt that mother was always catering to them alone and not to someone else. So the mother's love for everyone was all the time the same. At the time of distributing prasad, was noticed that she gave each one the particular thing he or she liked. The first one that came got the best that he could think of. Similarly, the second one, and so also the third. Everybody was satisfied that the mother loved him the most. And she fulfilled one's desire before one could open one's mouth. The mother was at her meal when a certain monk arrived at Jairambati. It was his cherished idea to have the mother's prasad left from the mother's own plate. But such was her habit that she sat for meal after feeding all her sons. So the monk had not got any opportunity so far. This time, as soon as he arrived, the mother sent him some light refreshments and tobacco, for she knew that he smoked. And when she had finished her meal, she called him and said, "Sit down, my son. I have eaten from these leaves." She had used shal leaves, and all the eatables were there arranged properly. The mother treated all her sons with equal tenderness. And this is what was so beautiful. Once a direct disciple of the mother, master, was so offended with the conduct of a certain devotee that he requested the mother not to allow him to get anywhere near her. But what did she say? She replied, "If my son wallows in the dust or mud, it is I who have to wipe all the dirt from his body and take him to my lap." Hundreds of sufferers came to her with their burdens of sins and woes. Their touch often produced pain in her feet, but she bore this knowingly and willingly. One afternoon, when the visitor had left, Brahmachari Rashbihari saw the mother washing her feet up to her knees again and again. When asked for the reason, she said, "Don't allow anyone any more to salute me by laying his head on my feet. Thereby, all the sins enter there, and my feet burn, so that I have to wash them. That is why I fall ill. Ask them to salute me from a distance." But she changed her mood immediately, saying, "Don't tell these things to Sharath, that is Swami Shardananda, for he will then stop saluting altogether." So you see how much she loved. So for her loved ones, she could do anything and everything. Hope you all enjoyed today's episode. We'll come back again with another episode of Sri Ma Sharda Devi's life and story, her divine play. Stay tuned, like and share our videos, and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for being with us. Namaskar.